Hello guys, I am your fellow beginner teaching you chess. So now, I will start with chess advice for today. And the chess advice I have for today, I have 3 steps for you to become better at chess. Imagine only 3 steps. We only have 3 steps. And you can be a grandmaster. Only 3. By grandmaster, I mean you can reach 1000. Don't lie into it. So, the 3 steps are: step 1, do not fake learn. Now, what I mean by fake learning is when you go to YouTube, right? And then you watch a Gotham chess video or you watch my video. And you're like, oh, I'm gonna watch just this guy and see how he plays, and then I'm gonna replicate whatever he plays. Well, my opponents and your opponents are different. They might play in a different way. They play in a different way. So, yeah, your games might turn out bad. They'll turn out worse than mine, and you'll lose elo for that. And then the other advice is that do not blunder pieces. I know everybody says this. Do not blunder pieces. Do not blunder pieces. How do you not blunder pieces? That is the big question. Simple. I will share with you this trick. So before you play a move, you look at it. Okay, I'm checking the king. I'm checking the king, right? Yeah, I'm checking the king. But if I put my queen on that square, is it attacked? Ask yourself that before you play the move. Is it attacked? If the square is safe to go, then go there. That way you will never blunder. If you think about that, you will never blunder in your life unless you're playing another 1000 elo kid who knows tactics. Even though the queen is not attacked, he will attack it tactically. But we will learn that in another video. That's a story for another day. Then, rule number 3. Do not play a lot of games in one day. Don't. Only streamers and some other people are allowed to do that. Don't. They do that for the content. But if you want to get better at chess, don't play a lot of games. Because if you play a lot of games, you play sloppy, your mind will be tired, you won't focus on one game, and you will lose. So this is why I think you need to follow these 3 rules. So now I'll dive in for my mission today. As you can see, my rapid elo is 1017. My blitz elo is 875. That's gone down due to me not I just don't like the 5-minute time control. And then the bullet is even worse. The daily is the best, 1700. Daily is easy because when I play, the kids forget to play and then I gain elo. Yeah. So now, this is why you shouldn't play a lot of games. As you can see, I have. Wait, do I really have 3 losers in the middle? Oh wow. Oh wow. So I would like to show you how these games went. So I'll go game number uno. Ended with a knight. You might be wondering, so what? It ended with a knight? Brilliancy. Ended with very good taste. So I started d4 because I am an attacking player. d5, I was going to go for the London. Now, whenever your opponent plays passively like this, trying to play the French and some kind of crap, take the whole center. Take it. It's yours. You can put your pieces there freely. Then it does something, you just develop your pieces slowly. And then if it does this, I recommend closing the center by pushing the pawn. The center is closed. He can't develop his knight because the pawn's there. He has to pawn break, leaving his king open, and we attack. He does that. So that leaves a diagonal for my queen to walk into, but I didn't do that in this game. I took, takes, I hop in my knight, he brings in his bishop, I bring out my bishop, he brings in his queen for the double attack. I was scared here. Because if he takes the knight with his bishop, I take back with the pawn, he takes the pawn, it would be a fork on my king and queen and rook, and my king won't be able to castle. So I just took the knight, he takes, and then I put my queen in the middle of it all, preparing to castle queenside. But that's the trick. And then bro messed it up. Like, why do you even castle kingside when you see there are no pawns to protect you? Why do you castle kingside, bro? Chill. Why do you castle kingside? So I immediately targeted the pawn with my bishop. I took the pawn and castled, and then I did this. Sacrificing the knight. Why? Because it's made on the next move. Like, bro, you can take the knight with your pawn. I don't care. I'm going to kill the king. That was not the only sacrifice. Stay tuned for the other. And the other sacrifice was just top notch, man. Like, brilliant. And then the knight moved. He moved his queen. I push the pawn. He takes. I take. He can't take back. The bishop has to run. The bishop runs. I develop my knight even further. I develop my other knight, and we're attacking the rook. And bro goes in the middle. I push the pawn, anchoring the knight there, and no one can kick the knight now. No one. And then he takes the pawn. I'm like, oh, okay, I'll attack with an idea that the bishop behind him is dying when he moves. But then he found the check. I had to move. He found the knight development, and this went out of control. I put my rook on the semi-open file. A semi-open file is one where at least it's open, but at the far end it's closed. That's a semi-open file, or it can be vice versa. So he attacked my pawn and my bishop at the same time. I ignored it. And, ignore. Sacrificing the bishop. That is sacrifice number 2. Sacrifice number 3 is coming. Bro, this sacrifice didn't even look possible because the bishop protects the rook, but I take the rook in the end. Bro, don't. This match was insane. Insane. Totally insane. Nonsensical. Everything you'd like to call it. Bro didn't even take the juice. I was like, okay, I'll take the knight. Then I take it with check. He can't take my bishop. You can't take anything else. It was like I was Mikail for one day. Oh no. He blocks the rook. I take the pawn. You can't take the pawn with your rook because it's pinned. And then he develops his knight into my position. I take the pawn. Sacrifice. I went bananas. Mikail Tal. We are a Tal fan. I am a big Mikail Tal fan. So I sacrificed. If the king takes, I take the rook with a check. That was the main idea. Just take the rook. And then mate. Like, I saw my knight. I saw my bishop right around this move. I was like, bro, I see a mate in 3. Is it possible? Bishop takes. King takes. I take the rook with check. The only move is to go back and I mate him. Then I thought my opponent wasn't that dumb. He was just going to move to the dark square. But then he proved me wrong. He proved me way wrong. And bro got mated. In a brutal fashion. Like, we ruined his day. He was 1000 peacefully chilling. Now he's, I don't know, 994. We ruined his day. Now, his losers were kind of bad. Yeah, not gonna lie. Kind of bad. And I also like to show you this. I have 3 games where I went banana town. Banana. Totally crazy. Leaving nothing out. These games were incredible, man. They were incredible. All because I followed the rules. Don't blunder pieces. Do not fake learn. I learned an opening fully. The London is the opening I learned fully. I know about 5 variations. That is enough as a beginner. That is enough when you're playing white. Then when I play black, I play Italian. I've learned 3 variations. So if you'd like to learn, I would recommend books. Or maybe, like, don't rely on Gotham Chess or the streamers all the time. Because they will not teach you the full course. They will want you to buy their course. Alright? So later on this channel, maybe next month, I will be teaching the variations. I will be naming them name by name. We will be going through the theory like the Stockfish Kid says. And so I started e4, e5. Knight out, defending my knight. Now he's going for the fried liver. So when you're playing the Italian, if he plays like this, always go bishop out before knight out. Because if you go knight out, the queen no longer protects the square where the knight wants to go for the fried liver. And then now I remove the knight. Like, always remove the bishop first when you're playing. And then I castle. He brings out his knight. I bring out my knight, going for the trade. And then I leave a pawn hanging. I like this a lot. I don't know why. Like, I made my own variation. My legacy. Okay, so I attack the knight. And this is where it gets hectic. Oh no. You might think I'm losing, but I'm not. It's the J variation. You bring the queen out. Totally unafraid of the check. And bro just clearly just goes for it. I move my queen. I move my king to avoid the discovered check. He takes. And I'm like, bro, I see a way I could earn 2 pieces from this. So I take the bishop first. Then after he plays some nonsensical move, I cut off the bishop. The bishop no longer protects the knight. Even if you take, like you take my knight, I take it. Where does your knight go exactly? Where does it go? It will be taken wherever it goes. Pause the video, check where the knight goes. We just take it. And now he starts storming us. I drop the bishop. He attacks my queen. I go there. And this is where it got fun. He pushed the pawn. I developed my bishop with an idea to go to that light square, threatening a mate after I kick the knight. So I went to the light square, then kicked the knight. Now, if you notice, if the knight moves, it's checkmate. Then my queen delivers a mate. So he put his queen there. I'm like, oh, you want to disrupt my pawn structure? Bro, you have less pieces. Let me just grab. Put the rook on the open fire, trade them pieces. Whenever you're up in material, always trade. He pushes the pawn. I put my bishop back. I don't know what he was afraid of. I went in. I attacked the rook. I know he was about to trap my bishop. I know that, but I attacked the rook anyway. Then I defended my bishop. And then I put my queen down. And he resigned. Why? Because he just walked into the rook. Bro walked into the rook. Who does that? Bro, who does that? I mean, who in the hell does that? And then I think the last one is the best. The last one is the best. Like, the first one I showed you was number uno. The last one is number 2. The one I'm from reviewing, number 3. And this one, number 4. Like, I went banana town today. I was like, Mikail, Tal, give me your spirit or something. Yeah, so I closed the center. Like, they give you a chance to go the whole opening. You just go like that. Reinforce the pawn. He attacks the knight. You develop your knight. Now here I tunnel visioned a bit. His queen developed. I thought my pawn was under attack. I forgot that my bishop was still protecting. That's why I moved my queen, wasting a move. And then he pushed his pawn. I developed my bishop, and then I castled. As you can see, my pieces are protected, following the rules that if I put the piece there, will it be taken? No. And then he hops in with his knight. I hop in my knight. And then here I decided to go crazy. Now, the purpose of bishop here is I want to push the pawn once. The pawn on b7, b2 to b3. I want to push it once. If I went directly to push it, his pawn would take, and then I'll take back with my pawn, and then his knight would take, fork on my rook and my queen. I was afraid of that, so I reinforced the square before I pushed the pawn. That is analysis. If you want to be better, analyze. If you want to break the center, analyze. And bro does that. Completely destroying my plans. Now I have to take without pushing the pawn. Now my pawns are doubled. Thanks a lot, kid. And now I was devious. I was dubiant. I was all words evil. In there. Bro castles, we take the knight. He castles is the way I take the knight. Then push the pawn. And then I went banana and I was like, I'm going in. The rook is under fire. Defend it. He defends it. Bishop comes in, attacking the rook. The rook is defended. The knight comes in, and we are attacking the king. The king is not breathing. Bro decides to castle. I realized I missed the knight. I would have taken the knight here. But I didn't actually miss a knight because I had something else planned. I just overlooked that there was a knight there. I overlooked it, bro. Like, the amount of overlooking is bad. Alright, guys, we are back from the water break. And as I was saying, I left the knight hanging. I left the knight there. I'm like, I'm not interested in your knight. You can stay. Nobody loves you. That's why you're dumb. You can stay there. He hops the knight. Uh, not a fan. He hops a knight to protect his knight. And here I missed it. And then I'm like, bro, I'm not here for the knight. I'm here to kill. Kill. What my math teacher told me once was, a disease is here to kill you, full stop. I'm not here for the knight. I'm here to kill. I'm with a steal. So we check him. And then I attack the knight. Now, if he does something stupid, I take the knight. He takes back with his knight. I take the knight with my queen and I'm up. This time I do take the knight. So he protects this with his queen. Then I take the knight anyway. He takes it with his knight. And this is where the fun begins. Rook to the open file, already attacking the king. And now As you can see, the king in this game traveled across the board 3 times. It came from the right to the left and back to the left. I don't know if that was twice or once. I don't do math. Too much cutting. Now, I took the pawn. Why did I take the pawn? Because his pawn can't take back. It's a pin. Like, I am here to kill. I already said that. I'm here to kill. Not play with knights. Knights are dumb. We kill. We destroy. Full stop. We want the dub. We don't want the sub. I'm going crazy. And he moves his king. I move my queen because then it can be taken. And then he does that. And then I pin it to the rook. Pin it to win its angle. And then he does something stupid. I move my rook to the open file. Hoping to push. He attacks my bishop. I attack his rook. Counter attack. We are here to kill. He moves it. As you can see, the king is traveling back to the right side. He traveled from the right to the left and back to the right. He died to the right. He died where he came from. That is a good death. I took the pawn. And then I sacrificed the rook for no reason. Like, who even does that? I actually didn't sacrifice it for no reason. I wanted to kill. I only wanted to kill. If he takes the rook, I take the knight. The knight is it's the most important defender right now, so I kill the most important defender. And I kill. I just came here. I'll show you why he's the most important defender in a few moves. He pushed the pawn. Then I had a brilliant idea. I attack the queen. I check. He runs. I move my queen. And this is where brilliancy started being found. He comes there. I check him. He moves. Then I move my bishop. He moves there. I move my queen in. I go back. He does that. And then I do that. This is where brilliance struck. Push the pawn. Check. For us to move. I put my bishop there. You can't take the bishop right now because if you take the bishop with the rook, I take with my queen check. You move somewhere, I check you, and in a few moves, I mate you. And then he does that. And then I went banana town. Crazy. I followed the 3 steps. Put the piece where you know that it will be taken, but you gain. You gain. Check. For us to take with the rook, I take back with the pawn. You take back with the rook. And then I go in. Check. You block. I go in. Check. You do something stupid. I go in with a check. Right? The rook blocks. I check. The king goes up. I check. The rook blocks. I check. And this is where it started ending. I check. And this was the end. Mate. Rook ends the game in fashion, in style, in everything. This was crazy. Like, bro, how do you do such a game? And now we will go to the legendary game why I call myself Mikail Tal. We swapped bodies with Tal today. It was hilarious. It was funny. It was trouble. So, e4, e5. Italiano. Knight f3. Knight c6. Defending my knight. And then now he goes knight c3. And then we just develop our pieces. Like I said, develop the bishop first before the knight, which I did. I take the bishop. He takes. Now you're wondering, when I'm playing the London, I like to move the bishop back so that I take with the pawn that's in front of the rook. And then the rook is open. But here I took directly. I was like, this is not London. This is Italian. When you're in Italy, do what the Italians do. Don't do what the London kids do. The London kids are dumb in Italian. So he takes. I castle. Then I move my bishop. And then he breaks through the center. I'm like, okay, I'm not scared of you. I will never fear you. Let us play. He grabs. I push the pawn. I didn't grab. I pushed the pawn. He pushed the pawn, closing the center. Once again, the center he tried to open, he's closing it. Why? We don't know. So I just open my knight. He takes. I take. Threatening his knight. His knight has to move. He goes. And then I put my bishop there to protect the pawn while preventing his pawn from pushing. And this is good chess. And then now he plays that. I just go in. I didn't go directly for the check because he was going to poke me with the pawn. I didn't want my queen to move, so we are chilling. Then he goes there. And then now I poke the bishop. With a simplistic idea to just poke it, move away. But then you take it on Impressant. I take it, the pawn. Now, Impressant, I will explain it very quickly. So, when your opponent's pawn is on the 4th rank or the 5th rank, then you double push your pawn. If they, on the first move, you double push your pawn. If they are meeting side by side, your opponent can bypass it, and then you take. Even you can bypass it. So I took the rook. He takes it back with the king. I check him. He goes to the corner. I check him. He goes to the other corner. I take the what's this, the pawn. I mean, just take the pawn, man. And then he attacks my queen. And then here I got a spark of brilliance. I played there. Letting him take the knight. Why did I let him take the knight? Because of that. I sacrificed the knight. I was mikail. I knew what I was doing. None of you can see this. Not even grand dummies can see this perfect sacrifice. He checked me. I move away. And then here, I went crazy town. I pushed the pawn, attacking the bishop. And bro has nothing to do. Like, if bro moves the bishop, it is bad. It's bad. I can just push the pawn and have some mating ideas. And I am chilling. Bro, what is happening? The kids are quacking. Everybody is crying. I don't know what is going on. So now, if he moves the bishop away, I push the pawn. And then I threaten mate, which was what just happened. I sacrificed the pawn for no reason. Bro, you're dumb, because the knight can take. Protecting the sacrifice square, the mating square as well, which was what happened. Then I attacked the knight. I double attack it. Everything was planned out. Everything was planned from the sacrifice up to now. Bro, they're bad sacrifices. They're Mikael Tal sacrifices. And oh, sorry, they are bad sacrifices, normal sacrifices, Mikael Tal sacrifices, and then they are the worst sacrifices which come from me. And then, bro, just what is happening? So I just traded it. Like, bro, you just gave me back my piece. Thank you. And then he attacks my queen. I'm like, oh, you want me to resume? What do you call this? You want me not to protect my rook, but I can go there. The rook is still protected. The back rank is protected. And then bro made the biggest mistake of his life. He took his pawn. And this gave me, oh no, my Mikael Tal senses tingled. I was like, sacrifice. He was telling me I was getting out of hand. Telling me. And then Gotham came to me. Magnus came to me. Hikaru came to me. They were all yelling, sacrifice, 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 sacrifice the rook. Oh no, we have turned into Gotham. We are a Gotham fan. And bro, as dumb as he is, took the rook. Why did you take the rook? It's mate. It's a simple trap. Bro, sacrifice the rook. Gotham would be proud. Bro, sacrifice the rook. For reasons we don't know. Just and this. How can you not see this? You're 900. That's why you don't see this. You're dense. You're dumb. Mate. It was like I was Gotham chess, Mikael Tal, Magnus Carlsen, Hikaru at the same time. And bro, who pulls off 3 sacrifices? In the other game, I put off 4 sacrifices. In this game, I put off 3 sacrifices. Who does that? Mikael Tal reincarnate does that. Alright? We are playing shootable chess. This is how you get better at chess. You look at the layout of the board. You play chess. You win, kids. If you want to win, sacrifice. And remember one thing. Don't play chess because you want to win. Play chess because you want to have fun. That is the main aim. Nothing else. As you can see, he's up 5 points in material, but it's useless because his king is dead. Can you imagine? The king and the rook are all with 14 points, and they are rendered useless to 1 attacking piece. The queen isn't even protected, but somehow it killed the king on its own. It was solo leveling, bro. So if you want to be good, just watch me be the fake Mikael Tal and create. Since Mikael Tal made his own saying, normal sacrifices, bad sacrifices, his sacrifices, and I'm adding on 1 to that, and that is the worst sacrifices that come from me. For now, it's ciao, guys.